Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Amardeep Bhatia, Secretary, Ms. Simani Pandey, Additional Secretary, Dr. Professor Unnat Pandit, friends from WIPO, all the distinguished colleagues from the legal fraternity, very senior legal luminaries, other stakeholders of the trademark and patents and copyrights, the entire ecosystem, the IP ecosystem, friends. Truly delighted that we are able to meet here today on the launch of IP Sarthi ChatBot. Ideally, we wanted to do it yesterday, but we were not able to fit it into the calendar given the number of activities we had. As many of you may be aware, yesterday was Anant Chaturdashi, when we do Visarjan of Lord Ganesha, idol that we install. I myself had to go to Mumbai for participating in the rituals. Of course, we bid goodbye to Lord Ganesha only to tell him that come back again next year. So in Marathi, when we say it, I don't think there are many people in this room who will understand Marathi, but Purcha Varsha Laukarya. So you come back again next year. We pay obeisance to Lord Ganesha, and then we say Purcha Varsha Laukarya. Come back soon next year. Very typical of the Indian style of saying goodbye. Normally, you see different parts of India, we never say goodbye. We always say, come back again, come back soon, or see you again soon. And in that sense, I'm mentioning all this only to tell all of you that we'd like to meet you more often with newer technologies, newer initiatives, newer ideas. Hopefully you sharing with us newer ideas how we can make the whole office and the entire IP ecosystem more efficient, more honest, more outcome oriented, friendly, and helping India in the world ecosystem get its rightful place, get a recognition for India, as the esteemed gentleman from WIPO, David, was saying, that we are the third largest trademark or patents. Trademark. We are the third largest ecosystem today. I think there's a lot that can be done. This also came out of some casual conversations. Came out of a conversation inviting the friends to come up with greater degree of involvement of technology in the IP office. As Dr. Pandit rightly said, we started only with the Jan Sunwai, the daily video conferencing. And I do hope that actually you have felt a difference. Now you don't have to go to the IP office for every small thing. If you wish to have a meeting with any official, you can do it through a predefined, determined time video conference and exchange notes, have your say. Your hearings are all online. Is that really happening, or am I being misguided in my reporting? What's the story? So now I can wind up all the offices and then convert everything into online and have all the officials sit in some far off place somewhere where they are not accessible at all. Will that work? What is physical? Why is opposition still physical? So you can do it online. They can present the evidence online. How fast can we dispose of the old cases so that the opposition also becomes online? Give me a date. I'm not pushing you to do it tomorrow. Amardeep, please look into this. Friends, my idea is that there should be absolutely zero interface between my office, and my office I mean entire Commerce and Industry Ministry, and the people, stakeholders. We are converting each office, the DGFT, totally online. I was hoping that even this office should have been fully online by now. Has designs been made online? That was not online when we had met at that Ambedkar Bhavan, I think. Now it is. So other than opposition of old cases, is what Dr. Pandit is saying, is there anything else which needs to go online? What? What is that? Why is that so?
We need to verify the documents which both the parties are submitting, and that's why. See, one person has assigned the mark to another company. So whether that assignment need to be verified, and certain queries which are there, that can be sought out.
Sorry,
right on spot.
Wait a minute.
So
they self-certify. They put it up through the email to your office, or they show it to you online, or whatever, you take a recording. And after that, whatever you want to query, you want to raise, you can do also online. I don't see any reason why that cannot move online right away. So, Munna Bhai also could go physically, and not Munna Bhai, who's that guy, Ranchod in Three Idiots, went physically and did whole engineering, right, for 4 years. So if you call them to your office also, like somebody wants to impersonate, he can impersonate.
yeah.
How is it very different in online and physical?
So we will create the application for the post registration also, and then we will.
I don't know whether the lawyers in the room are happy with this, or you are unhappy with going online. What are the lawyers' views? You are okay with it, no? There's no resistance or unhappiness amongst the lawyers. I know there's a little resistance in the office, my own office, but we'll have to face that resistance a little bit. You know why. So if you all are all okay, if all the stakeholders are okay, I want to give a direction that we have to quickly get the opposition of the physical mode, this change of recording of transfers or whatever. Find an intelligent way. If required, you can impose heavy penalties or some serious criminal action. Yes, if somebody is impersonating or giving you false documentation, under the Nyaya Sahita, you can just put them behind bars. Somebody has impersonated and it comes to your knowledge. And both parties will be there, it will be recorded. Every VC is recorded, whatever you are doing. And that way, officers become more accountable.
Yes, sir.
So friends, my idea is that we want to just completely revamp the working of our offices, not only in trademarks or patents or designs or copyrights, but in the entire Commerce and Industry Ministry. There will be zero physical interface between any of you stakeholders and the office. Unless, of course, it's some trade promotion office which is trying to promote trade or something where there's no approval or licensing or government official record or any of that, or any favor that can be given or taken both ways. And in that respect, we had requested Himani ji, Unnat ji, Karan and the entire team to look at how technology can help. And I must say, I'm really excited about what I have seen, what was presented to me earlier, the fact that we'll be able to clear our trademark applications much faster, much more efficiently, much more accurately, and hopefully this may become a benchmark. I'm told Australia and the US probably are already doing, and Switzerland. Norway is probably doing something similar. I'd urge WIPO to have a look and see whether we need to learn something from there and make our system better, or if we can offer them something, then we'll be happy to offer. But Ideally, we would like to be the best in the world, not the second best. So please help us. If you find there is scope for something better, the young gentleman from Beyond Data deserves the highest compliments for the wonderful work he has done in a short period of time. And I'm sure, A, he wouldn't mind if there's any possibility for further improvement. Young startups love that. B, he wouldn't mind if you can refer him to other countries to get some business from them. Thank you very much, NISG, for your contribution and all the support you gave through the entire process. And thank you, Grey Metrics, for the wonderful work that Grey Metrics has also done. Oh, okay. So, to all the stakeholders in this room, my only request that help us to help you. We want to be diligent in our work. We want to bring in the highest standards. And I must say, ever since Dr. Unnat Pandit has come into the system, there's been a transformational change, even in the speed of disposal. And overall, when I see the numbers, I find that 10 years ago, when we were receiving about 42,900 applications for patents, we were disposing of only about 21,900, half of that. And the number of patents granted was about 6,000. I've been asking Himani, what happened that out of 22,000 patents being disposed of, only 6,000 were approved. Suddenly I find a number of 1,26,000 being disposed of and 1,03,000 being approved. So almost 80% are approved. Either our patent filers have become super smart and better, or they are probably now giving better information and data to support their case. If that is the case, then I'm very happy. But if this is because things have become more transparent, then I think it's a matter of deep happiness, great happiness. Because ultimately, if we are able to do honest work and deliver good to our stakeholders, I think that is the reason for our being where we are today. So it's remarkable to hear 6,000 patents given 10 years ago in a financial year, in the year 14-15, increasing to, in 9 years actually, not even 10, increasing to 103,000. 6,000 to 103,000 in a year, in 9 years, is truly a joyous matter. Compliments to you and your team and to the entire team in the DPIIT for the wonderful work that has happened in this department. I can see that this is one of those rare years now where the patents filed are 92,000 and patents disposed of are 1,26,000. So there's a 133% disposal rate, which is not something I could find in any of the earlier years. So even normal disposal was anywhere between 50% to 70-80%. And it has jumped up to 133%. Similarly, we have never before granted 100,000 patents. If I look at the last 10-year data or 9-year data, which is before me, the highest patents granted was 34,000, that also last year. Or the year before that was 30,000. The year before that was 28,000. So we were hovering around 30. And this year we've done 103 by up to March 24. How is the first 6 months been in this year?
Now, sir, we have less number of applications in majority of a subject where the pendency is almost near zero. So we have now focused on quality of our disposal and the reasoned order, which is as per the act we need to give. So entire focus is on improving the quality, and so that the applicant, if whatsoever may be the decision, they don't need to go to the higher authority for challenging or anything.
All right.
And in courts also, sir, the challenge have reduced by 1/3. So this is
wonderful.
Again,
That speaks volumes for the good work.
and our decisions are getting upheld by the high courts. So that is a positive sign of our
Excellent.
work.
I think even in other areas, trademarks, designs, copyrights, GIs, the data that I have before me seems to suggest significant increase from what used to be done in the past to what is being done now. I saw that even the filing of patent applications by women has increased manyfold. It used to be under 100 10 years ago and is now over 5,000. So that's the transformational change in women filing. And therefore we had taken a decision some time back, reducing the fees payable for any of these patents or trademarks, designs, for all of them.
Sir, this is for patent.
For patents.
Yes.
Others are fees are very small in any case.
Very small.
So for patents, we have reduced the fees payable for startups, MSMEs, women entrepreneurs, individuals and academic institutions by 80%. That's the discount we give now. Only 20% fees has to be paid. Our effort is to encourage startups and women and small companies, individuals and academic institutions. I must say this is also music to my ears, and I do hope that this will encourage our innovators to bring the ideas that they come up with to the Indian office, both for its value proposition and for the speed of disposal. With today's offering, I also think we'll now be significantly improving the quality of disposal. I'm sure, as I was informed, this is only the beginning. Trademark is only the beginning. We are hoping to go into designs in the next phase. I think you're already working on doing something on that. Kindly also, either you or others in this room, tell us what we can do to use artificial intelligence or any new technologies available anywhere in the world. I have no problem taking technologies which are already designed. I don't want to always reinvent the wheel. I'm happy if something good is happening anywhere in the world. I'm happy to bring that to India. And of course, if our startups can come up with some better and faster ways to do things, we'd really be delighted. And I'd urge all of you to share some good ideas, some good suggestions, so that this office should become a model office for public service. We are, of course, trying to take up a new premises very soon in Delhi, where we'll have a swanky new office. We are hiring about 500-600 more people in the office so that our disposals become totally current and fast. Check out with WIPO for each of these elements what is the fastest that anybody in the world is doing. All right? Can you help me with that, sir? So in IP, country X is the fastest. Tell us the stages they do and what is the time limits. In trademark, some country Y is. Let us know the details. What are the stages, how fast? So that I can benchmark my office to do better than what the best is. That's our effort. And I do hope I will receive the support of all the lawyers, all the officials, and other stakeholders in this room. Do I see a very stunned silence amongst the lawyers and the people here? Are you happy or are you unhappy?
In fact, I'm very happy, sir. I wanted to say our hearings are the best in the world. I operate in 21 countries for patents. And our hearings are the best in the world. Our video conferences with our examiners are the best. We share our document screen sharing like we do in our offices. When I do with US, for example, it's telephonic and I never
This is after the video started. Okay.
And even in video, earlier there were some hiccups. I used to talk to Unatji. Now it has become supremely quality.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So I'm so happy and I am very less in my country, it doesn't matter because wherever the hearing is, I just switch
You
on.
can do it from wherever you are.
I've been doing it 7 years, sir. You did it before COVID. The rest of the world learned to go online due to COVID. But Patent Office did it before COVID, sir.
Wonderful. In fact, Prime Minister Modi, almost in every cabinet meeting, is always encouraging all his colleagues to see what we can do smarter, how we can use different technologies. Now, here we are looking at a very simple thing like video conferencing having such a big impact. I'm sure the new IP Sarthi chat box that you have initiated today will also help significantly up the ante. And as I said, we look for more ideas coming out from all of you. This is our 5th launch in less than a week or 10 days. On 11th of September, we launched a Trade Connect portal for giving information on import, export, international trade to every participant, old or new, entrepreneurs who want to start their business or want to get into a new trade internationally, or any information about FTAs or any information about possible business in different countries. We started the Trade Connect platform on 11th September. 13th September, we launched the Jan Sunwai, which is the whole of the Commerce Ministry is now online. And we are encouraging everybody for anything related to our plantation boards, DGFT, APIDA, MPIDA, Export Inspection Agency, everything is going online. And anybody has any query, anybody has any grievance, anybody wants any clarification, anybody wants to submit or do a hearing or do a conference, anything will only be online. Nothing physical. So this Jan Sunwai platform was launched on 13th September. We also had a enterprise resource planning tool launch, ERP launch on the same day. We had a launch of Bhaskar on 16th September. That's a one-stop shop for everything that a startup would need. Data about the existing startups, unicorns, sunicorns, all of them, what work they do, how to contact them, how you can get mentorship, how you can get finance, who are venture financiers, who are early stage financiers, who can help you with an IPO, what are the most recent laws around angel tax, around ESOPs. We are trying to bring everything related to the startup ecosystem under Bhaskar. And today on the 18th, my office has done bad maths. 11th to 18th is 1 week. Why did you say 10 days? We've done these 5 in 1 week. It sounds better. But 5 technology-based launches in 1 week, hopefully helping all of you in your business, in your work, in your profession, do your job smarter, your queries being met with instant solutions. Hopefully no more trademark conflicts. This should help to reduce the conflicts that we used to face in the past. That should hopefully come down. And I think artificial intelligence is something we all have to accept. We'll all have to become students, go back to school again, to understand what this new, I was wondering whether I can say animal, but then animal can be tamed. Artificial intelligence seems to be so difficult even to tame. It's really something that we all need to learn. It'll almost become an existential tool, artificial intelligence. And therefore, the faster we get involved, we learn about it, continuously upgrade our own self about the newer tools that will come out, adopt it in our day-to-day working, and improve the outcome of our work, the better we'll be. And in the ministry or in the government, I assure you, you will receive our ear, you will receive our support, and we will look forward to hearing from you. Today is only a launch. Possibly you may find some initial glitches, as the gentleman said. Initially he saw some problems in the video conferencing Once he informed Undat, he was able to sort it out. So we would urge you to participate as partners, because all of this is being done to make your life easier, is being done to make your clients happier, and the end goal being ease of doing business. And I'm quite sure, as the Honorable Prime Minister said, and I'd like to quote, intelligence, ideas and innovation. Intelligence, ideas and innovation are the identity of Indian youth today. I think there can be no better certificate for all our young boys and girls in this room. The recognition that you bring ideas, you innovate, and the fact that you are intelligent is being recognized not only in our own country, but the world over. They want to come to India for the talent pool, for the skill sets that our youth can offer, that our youthful population can offer. And I have absolutely no doubt that given the high quality of work all of you are doing in your own professions, we will attempt to match up to your quality of work, and going forward, prepare ourselves in this journey in the Amrit Kal to become a developed nation. Viksit Bharat 2047 is not a mere dream. It's a collective commitment of 1.4 billion Indians to make India a developed nation by 2047. And it's not as if we are just pushing the date to 2047. We are working to milestones, what we'll do in this month, what we'll do in 100 days, what we'll do in the first year, what we'll do in this third term, what we'll do in the fourth term, what we'll do in the fifth term, and how do we take it right up to 2047. I think very few people, the young lady there being one of those who figured out what I was trying to say. But we'll work together, all of us, so that we can aim for a developed and prosperous India by 2047. Together, if we persevere, I promise you there's no way that we can fail. And towards that end, let's aspire to continue to innovate. Let's continue to improvise basis the feedback we receive from all our stakeholders. Let's try to be more inclusive. I have often mentioned that we should now introduce languages. Kindly help us with that. At least all the official languages, so that a person need not know English necessarily to get his trademark registered or to do to get a.
It's a multilingual portal.
This is multilingual?
So it supports, it searches logo with multilingual this thing.
Wonderful.
The portal is also multilingual.
And do we do patents also multilingual?
So that specification with one of the platform, we are trying to make this accessible, but development work is going on.
I think all through our work, we must try to be multilingual. We are proud of our languages. We are proud that India is rich in its diversity. And we have found that wherever we got into regional languages, let's say the NEET exam, the medical entrance exam for medical college, ever since it became available in regional languages, we found rural children, children coming from humble backgrounds, children coming from less privileged sections of society, are increasingly succeeding in getting admission in medical college. So I think the more we are able to bring languages on the table, and we are proud of our languages, we need to respect those languages. So let's try and make the entire office, and also your video conferences that you're doing, multilingual, in the sense if somebody is speaking in another language, we could even use Bhashini. We already have a tool, we can use Bhashini integrated so that the translation comes in, or there'll be AI tools also. So let's make them more inclusive. One thing that is a big risk with whatever activities we computerize or innovate is data privacy and cyber security. I would urge NISG and the teams, along with the ministry, please make sure that we maintain the highest level of data privacy and we ensure that cybersecurity threats don't come into our system. So whatever it needs in terms of engaging some experts, possibly the ministry could engage experts for the whole of the ministry so that the costs also are shared and they can we get better talent. We get some big company with talent to be able to do the entire ministry and our autonomous bodies cyber security. I also hope everything that we are preparing is compatible to all devices. You know, Android, iOS, laptops, mobile, everything we do should be compatible with all devices. Wonderful. And of course, as much as we remove human interface, I think that will be the success story of all the work, that good work that all of you are doing. I'm confident, very, very confident, that India's solutions will become the global benchmark in the years to come. And that is the aspiration of every one of us in this room. I wish all of you the very, very best in your work and in the festive seasons ahead. You want to say something?
On the security aspect, we use backend technology as Oracle. So we use cloud, we use low-code, no-code, which is considered to be the secure most product and widely used in BFSI industry. So that is where we are covered with the leading technology provider.
Wonderful. Music to my ears, only pura bumper gaya. I didn't understand a word of it. Because I'm a poor little chartered accountant. If you wanted to discuss numbers, I would have loved it. But I'm sure whatever you're doing on cyber security is the best, not the second best. Thank you very much, friends.